As we take a look at our Corona tail of the tape, you see the 13-year age difference. But look at the height disparity between Escandon and Figueroa. And they're each squarely in the favor of the 21-year-old. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Citizens Business Bank Arena here in Ontario, California, Premier Boxing Champions now features the main event. Live on FS1, 10 rounds in the Super Bantamweight division. Your three judges scoring this bout at ringside will be Eddie Hernandez, Max DeLuca, and Fernando Villarreal. And the referee in charge when the bell sounds is Dr. Lou Moret. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He comes in wearing the black trunks. His professional record, 25 wins, 17 of those coming by way of knockout against 4 losses. Fighting out of Ibagué, Colombia. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, presentando Oscar El Guerrero Escandon. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the blue trunks. As a professional, he's undefeated. 16 wins, 11 of those coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Weslaco, Texas. Please welcome the undefeated Brandon Heartbreaker Figueroa. It's our main event, Brandon Figueroa and Oscar Escandon. Now we're privileged to be joined alongside by the former world champion in Omar Figueroa, who happens to be the older brother of Brandon. And Omar, how great to see you, and tell us about the preparation that your brother has had. He seems very focused and ready for the biggest test of his career.
To be honest, this is as ready as I've seen him. I've never seen him more focused, more willing to spend time in the ring and better his craft until now. And I tell him to look at my career as an example, and hopefully he learns from my mistakes and he doesn't make the same mistakes that I've made.
Yeah, he looks in tremendous shape right now.
Well, he told us that, he had a little bit of a shoulder issue. He got that corrected because he was 20 years old. We've been watching him on FS1 for quite some time, that he wanted to take that next step, but he had that injury on his shoulder, and now that he's got it corrected, that he feels like he can really make some moves.
Yeah, I mean, I would know about injuries as well. And so it's something that holds you back. It doesn't let you flow correctly. And like I said, lately I've seen him very different from other fights and other camps. And you'll see he's strong, he's determined, and he's going to put him away quick.
He's trained by your father, and a big shot there. Brandon started off very strong and very quick. Probably faster than we've seen him in quite some time.
Yeah, he's confident in his conditioning, and he told me coming into this fight that he's never felt better, he's never felt stronger, and he's never been able to, he had never been able to fully train. And like I said, I understand because injuries have held me back a lot.
Well, as we're talking about your brother, let's talk about you real quick. When can we expect to see you back in the ring? We know we're supposed to see you back in April, but some injuries happen. But what is the timetable for Omar Figueroa?
I've been ready. I've been staying in the gym. I'm just waiting for a date and an opponent. So basically, it could, I don't know, it could be hopefully this year. That's what we're shooting for.
Love to see you on when PBC returns to Fox in December. Right now, Brandon Figueroa, your younger brother, has his hands full with Oscar Escandon. Escandon coming forward.
Yeah, the experience of Escandon is really going to show here because he's been in tough fights before. He's fought strong opponents. He held the title as well, so it should be a good test for my brother. Yeah,
we lost to Gary Russell Jr. Also fell to Tuxedo Nyamba. We already saw him in Biloxi, Mississippi. And Brandon Figueroa is 21 years of age. Earlier in the night, Stephen Fulton got the victory and said, I want Brandon Figueroa next. So we'll see if that fight matriculates, if your brother is successful tonight.
He should be, as long as he sticks to the game plan.
Nice straight left that connected by Figueroa.
10 seconds, 10 segundos.
Good body work to end round one.
like the fight where it's at, you know, in close. You know, he's the shorter guy, shorter arms. You know, that's where he needs to be. I think with Brandon, he has long arms. He has that height, that reach. You know, see from where he's at right there, that's perfect distance.
A big right hand that connected by Brandon Figueroa. He was actually going from conventional to southpaw in that very moment. Last time we saw Brandon Figueroa was back on August 4th, a first round knockout over Luis Cruz. And the fact that Escandon has 13 more fights than him, and look at that, they taken him down. This is not MMA. Let's keep ourselves upright. No need for takedowns in this one.
Yeah, you don't score points like that.
No, not at all. Well, that was a pretty nice double leg. I do say so myself. Doubling up on the jab, though, is Brandon Figueroa. Now he goes back to southpaw and a left hook to the body.
Yeah, the one thing with Escandon was fighting at 130 pounds. That was way out of his weight class. You know, he's doing a lot of strength and conditioning, bulking up. You know, he came down to 122 pounds, stopped the strength and conditioning.
They're mixing it up here. A nice left hook. They are fighting in a phone booth and they don't exist anymore, gentlemen. Stepping in with a big left hook. And Brandon smiled, but as we know, when you get tattooed like that, you smile, probably a sign that you got buzzed.
A lot of times it's just you got caught with a good shot that you've seen coming, so you smile.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, every once in a while you get hit with the shot that you've seen that you could have moved out of the way of.
Yeah, it's kind of like giving the other guy props, like, all right, you got me. You know, that's good.
You guys are very different individuals for the better because, man, oh man, I mean, someone tags me, I'm not going to be smiling at them.
Well, you learn to deal with it. Yeah.
Ray Flores, Omar Figueroa, alongside Robert Guerrero here in Ontario, California. Great to be with all of you.
So this is the definition of toe-to-toe right here.
Absolutely. Which man is going to be able to impose their will on the other? Brandon Figueroa throwing a ton of punches, close distance. But
like
Escandon is willing to throw back.
It's like you said earlier, Ray, it's a buffet of fights tonight.
Look, you saw the heavyweights. Now we're in the super bantamweight division. I mean, there's something for everybody. Nice right hook. And this is fight number 10 here on FS1. So, I mean, I think this is the main course with a little side of dessert to it. Look at Brandon Figueroa and Oscar Escandon. They are battling.
Listen for the bell.
Coming up Saturday, December 1st from Staples Center in Los Angeles. The WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World is on the line. The Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder, puts his title on the line against Tyson Fury on Showtime pay-per-view December 1st at Staples Center. Gentlemen, what a night that is going to be. And then December 1st, or more in December, you get the return of PBC on Fox.
Yeah, that's great.
What's great is we have round 3, which has been a very entertaining matchup between Brandon Figueroa and Oscar Escandon.
Stop. No spinning. No spin.
Dr. Lou Moret will separate them.
Never heard that one. No spinning.
Yeah, I know. Guess you learn something new every day.
See, the thing about us is that we're so comfortable being on the inside because we've always trained and sparred and fought that way. So, you know, when it comes to situations like these, you know, this guy has a lot more experience than Brandon. He needs to use his attributes a lot more carefully.
I'm just shocked because Brandon is typically likes to use his distance, but in this fight, I feel like he wants to make a statement and say, I can fight with an inside fighter. What a left hook that bounced right off the cheek of Escandon.
Yeah, for how tall Brandon is, you know, he does fight very well on the inside.
Nice left hook by Figueroa.
I'll take a little bit of credit for that.
I'm sure you guys have had your fair share of some quality sparring sessions, Omar.
Definitely.
Súbelos, súbelos.
Brandon Figueroa and Oscar Escandon are really fighting at such a fast pace.
Stop, stop.
Murat warning Escandon about keeping them up. Nice left hook to the solar plexus of Escandon, and Figueroa a left hook. He is fighting on the inside, but he is getting tagged by big shots from Brandon Figueroa.
Yeah, you would see the shorter fighter, you would think would be doing the better body work on the inside, work. Figueroa's doing a great job, you
Get your arm
know.
up there.
We're seeing this sort of nastiness out of Brandon Figueroa. I know his nickname is the Heartbreaker, and he has like a very, you know, he looks like a model for crying out loud, but we're starting to see him dip down and really see that, you know, that ferocity.
That's something that I feel like our father instilled in us early on, you know, to have that killer instinct, as they call it. And my brother, he's always had anger issues, you know, growing up. So he's able to let out his frustrations and his anger here at will.
Final stages of the third round.
10 seconds.
That's a head.
Oh, and that is a bad cut. A cut now has started outside the left eye of Brandon Figueroa. Will come back. PBC on FS1. Welcome back to PBC on FS1. As you see, they're working on the cut of Brandon Figueroa. Here's some of the work from the third.
Yeah, Figueroa, he's fighting real good on the inside. But also you have Escandon who's throwing those overhands right over the top. You know, the price you got to pay fighting on the inside, sometimes it has to come with headbutts and cuts. So, you know, see how he deals with it.
Round 4, this one's scheduled for 10. Ray Flores, Omar Figueroa, alongside Robert Guerrero. Also earlier tonight off TV, James DeGale, former world champion, picked up a knockout victory, as he will be back inside the ring shortly. He got a win over Fidel Munoz tonight, did James DeGale. So the UK win 3-0 tonight, with victories tonight by Joe Joyce. Also, we saw an impressive performance by a Welsh fighter as well in Cody Davies.
After that headbutt, now it's turned into a technical fight.
And I think Brandon's starting to use his distance more.
Yeah.
A left hook to the body, followed by a right hand, but Oscar Escandon is just so tough. Right up to the body by Figueroa. Figueroa told us, and Omar, he was proclaiming that he thinks he's going to get a knockout, and he said before the 4th round. So we're already in the 4th round. We'll see if that prediction reigns true.
I told him, I was like, experience will take you, you know, far. So you got to be careful with this guy because, you know, like you said, he has what, 13 more fights in
13 more fights than Brandon.
So that takes you a long way if you know how to use it.
Well, people think that the knockout's going to come easy with Escandon because he's been knocked out twice in a row. But those fights were at a heavier weight. He was fighting way out of his weight class. So now he's back at 122 pounds. It's a lot different. You know, you got guys that come down from 147 to 126, 130 pounds. And, you know, he's weighing in at 130 and fighting at 130. So, you know, it's one of those things where he was just fighting way out of his weight class.
Now he seems to be a lot more comfortable. Robert, as you said. And the blood continued to pour out of the eye of Brandon Figueroa from the accidental clash against.
That's one thing in this game is you can't underestimate anybody. You got to be 100% ready.
Nice left hook to the body by Figueroa.
So Brandon should be sticking around after he throws these combinations and attacks the body. He should take a step back and use his arms as, you know, as a distance keeper.
Oh, big combination there by Brandon Figueroa. He checked the jaw of Escandon. Escandon tied up immediately. That hurt Escandon, and Figueroa knows it.
brother, he hits hard.
We'll come back with more of the fifth. Welcome back to PBC on FS1. Let's take a look. Here are the last 5 fights for Brandon Figueroa. Stoppage victories in his last 3 attempts. Victories over Luis Suarez Cruz, Giovanni Delgado, Victor Proa. Before that, he fought Vatiu Fasiru. That was the last time he'd been the decision. Round 5, this one's scheduled for 10. Brandon Figueroa and Oscar Escandon. So far, Robert, how do you have the fight?
I got it for Figueroa, you know. 5 rounds to none. You know, he's been doing a great job firing away. Oscar had his moments in there, but Figueroa, you know, he's been on his game. You know, combination punching, body punching, bringing it back to the top. He's been doing a good job.
Right hook followed by a straight left. Look at the work by Brandon Figueroa here tonight.
That's the distance Brandon should be keeping right there. That's perfect for him.
It's that mid-range game, Omar, I think that you guys like, that he likes to use. That mid-distance. Having watched his career, he likes to keep things not close, but just close enough to be able to use his height and his reach advantage.
Yeah, because at that weight class, at his height, that's where he should be fighting.
Nice left hook to the body. And Escandon is still fighting and throwing punches, but I don't think anything of significance. There's a big heavy shot by Escandon. A left hook that connected. Figueroa and Escandon trading back and forth. It's the main event of PBC on FS1. Nice left hook to the body by Figueroa. And then a laser straight left. That backed up. Oh my goodness! Escandon is hurt! He got lit up by a big shot from Brandon Figueroa.
The thing about Brandon is that he hits a lot harder than people think. You know, they see him, he has a scrawny frame, but he hits harder than a lot of the guys that I've been in the ring with.
Get your hand out there.
Yeah, the one thing in boxing, muscle doesn't mean anything. You either can punch or you can't.
Left hook to the body by Brandon Figueroa, followed by a straight left.
Yeah, the way I see it from my brother, it's not if he's going to hurt his opponent, it's when he's going to hurt him.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Now they are
Listen, both of you, listen.
close distance. We are nearing the midway mark of this fight. Nice right hand. Back comes Escandon as he clobbered Figueroa with the right hand. And they both are going toe-to-toe. Quick moment, that ends the 5th.
You can look at that last round. You know, it could have went either way, depending on how the judges scored it. If they scored that last shot.
Brandon Figueroa, Oscar Escandon. The main event of PBC on FS1. Don't forget, PBC returns to Fox in the month of December. Also use the hashtag on social media, PBC on FS1. Follow us at Premier Boxing. Ray Flores, Robert Guerrero, Omar Figueroa, the older brother of Brandon. Nice right hook to the body by Figueroa. Heavy right hand that found its mark for Escandon.
Escandon now realizes that up close is his best chance because he leaves Brandon at mid-distance and he's going to get hit.
Well, he'll get picked apart all night long. So he needs to jump in. He needs to start taking risk and gamble and try to get on the inside.
Yeah, you look at Brandon. He's like a meat grinder on the inside.
Really
When
is.
he's in there, you know, he puts that weight on top of you, and then he comes from the back, shoots you right on the inside.
And Brandon was he doubled over. I don't know if he got hit below the belt, but Dr. Lou Moret, the referee in charge, pretty much missed it and allowed them to keep fighting.
It's like they say, protect yourself at all times.
Without question. Ruben, your father, we can hear him in the corner. He's saying, suelta las manos, which means let your hands go. He wants Escandon to be more active, and this pace is not serving him well at all.
Don't hold him.
Yeah, the one thing with Escandon is when he's firing away, that's when he's at his best. But when he sits there and moves, that's when Brandon's able to land big shots, land body shots. So that's why he's trying to get him to fire away, because Escandon's more of a volume puncher.
And Omar, on the contrary for you, I think your father teaches you guys to throw 120 punches around almost.
Well, the thing is that you have to know what punches and to throw hard. You know, you're not throwing 120 hard punches. A lot of them you use them to set up the big shots. So the thing is that the opponent knows the punches are coming. They don't know which one to block. They don't know which is coming in hard. They don't know which is going to hurt you. So that's at least my strategy when it comes to throwing a lot of punches.
It's called luring your fighter to sleep. Tip, tap, move this, and big shot.
You know also, I mean, you had a high volume output as well. I mean, you would just wear down your opponents.
I told my brother it takes a lot less energy to throw a jab than it does to worry about all the punches, the jab coming in and trying to avoid it.
For the bell.
Point well served. And that is the end of the sixth. Escandon looks to be totally exhausted.
And what Brandon's been doing is letting Escandon fall into those body shots when he forces his way in.
Okay, be smart.
Like I said, we're very comfortable being on the
Right,
inside,
not be fair,
grinding
let's
and
go.
throwing punches, so it's something that we prefer. You know, the opponent's going to come after us, and we're just going to let them come in instead of trying to avoid it, wasting energy avoiding.
But also, we've witnessed you guys fight movers, and you guys do well against movers as well. Maybe, you have to get on your bike a little bit to find them and cut off the ring, but I think that with either style, neither you or your brother have this big, many issues.
Yeah, like I said, the inside game I feel is where you gotta be strong, because that's where a lot of guys don't know how to fight. They prefer backing up and everything, and it's harder to fight back going backwards than it is going forward. So that's why we try to push that.
Nice hooks to the body by Brandon Figueroa. He is clobbering and hitting. The body of Oscar Escandon is going to feel black and blue in the morning. But he throws a left hook that connected. Did Escandon.
So I keep trying to signal to my brother to turn right-handed and throw that left hook to the body, but he's comfortable right now.
Really appreciate all of you joining us wherever you may be. Appreciate you East Coasters staying up with us, and Midwesterners as well. Brandon Figueroa, Oscar Escandon, involved in a scrap here in Southern California.
It's a high volume fight right here.
I mean, literally, numbers have got to be through the roof. You're looking at probably 70 to 80 punch output, maybe even borderline 100.
I think the only break is when they go back to the corner.
Seriously.
I mean, they're firing away.
Both of them, man, it's like bombs away.
Setting them up, throwing hard shots from both guys. These are the type of fights that boxing fans love.
It's the kind of stuff that you get with PBC on FS1. It's the kind of stuff that you're going to get on PBC on Fox as we approach December.
Yeah, that's the exciting part about it is we got a big year coming up.
A big matchup, December 1, Staples Center, Tyson Fury challenging Deontay Wilder for the heavyweight championship of the world. Left hook to the body by Brandon Figueroa. What a shot there, right on the bell line. And a right hook. Brandon Figueroa and Oscar Escandon, they are involved in a war of attrition. Another left hook right to the midsection of Escandon. Right hook.
10 segundos, 10 seconds. Listen for the bell.
And that is the 7th. And what's interesting is we are getting ready to, after this round, get into foreign territory for your brother, Omar, because your brother Brandon has never been past the 8th round.
As the opposition gets better, he's gonna tread these territories more often. So it's good that he's getting his hands dirty right now.
Round 8, this one's scheduled for 10. Ray Flores, Omar Figueroa, Robert Guerrero here in Ontario. Matchup here in the super bantamweight division. Oscar Escandon pushing the issue.
That's the one thing with Oscar Escandon is when he's in the gym, he works hard. He keeps going and going and going.
He's tough. I mean, without question, he's tough. He's world class. But tonight, he's fighting a younger, fresher, higher volume puncher in Brandon Figueroa, and a young fighter in your younger brother, Omar, who has this smart ring aggression about him. It's aggressive, but there's the reasoning behind it. There's a method behind the madness.
Yeah, that's something that I try to help him with, you know, knowing when to be aggressive, when you can, you know, take your breaks, and when you can back, especially, like you say, you know, he's a high-volume puncher.
So far you've seen, I mean, he's got hit with some big shots and he handled it very well. You know, didn't get out of control. He was just stuck to his game plan and just kept doing what he was doing.
Left hook to the body by Brandon Figueroa. Straight left that momentarily stopped Escandon in his tracks.
Don't hold him, don't hold him.
Like you said, there's a phone booth fight, Ray.
Well, I guess they exist in the center of the ring here at the Citizens Business Bank Arena. We have found one. And in the phone booth are Brandon Figueroa and Oscar Escandon. It's like a throwback fight in many ways, guys. It's the younger, hungrier lion, and you have the older guy, the cagey, who has been to or very close to that mountaintop that's not ready to relinquish his stop or place on the mountain. But Brandon Figueroa is doing it forcefully.
Like I said, Brandon has that anger in him that he's not gonna stop. He has no quit in him.
Round 8 draws to a close. 2 more rounds remaining. Brandon Figueroa going to the 9th round for the first time in his career. We do apologize about the bad language being used in between rounds. We certainly apologize for that. The language gets a little bit colorful when you're in the midst of a battle like this on both corners. Ray Flores, Omar Figueroa, alongside Robert Guerrero. PBC on FS1 here in Ontario, California. 2 more rounds remaining.
We'll see how Brandon's conditioning is.
Well, now this is something he's never been into the 9th round as a professional. So this is why you guys spend that extra time doing road work and getting a heavy bag, putting in sparring rounds. Nice right hand that landed by Figueroa. He looks to be extremely fresh too.
I was about to say, we'll see if he's lying to my dad about jogging those miles that he does. I know, I've done that a few times. So.
Well, under the lights, you can't lie under the lights.
Nope.
Yeah, this is the best lie detector machine right here.
Don't hold his head, don't hold his head.
You know what's nice about this fight? Neither one are tying up or holding. It's just all action.
It's just a fun matchup. Guys throwing leather, guys bringing their best. They're both in very good condition. And for Brandon Figueroa, this is a learning experience because he threw some heavy punches at Escandon, and Escandon looked at it as to say, okay, is this all you got?
Yeah, these are the type of fights young fighters need when they go into that championship level.
But almost, Omar, you guys can both attest to this.
No, suéltelo.
I think it humbles you in many regards. It shows that you can't just go out and wipe out your opponents as you've been accustomed to doing.
Yeah, like Robert says, you know, you need that experience. You know, you're gonna face guys that you can hit with the bat and you're not gonna hurt, and you got to learn how to beat them.
Both hooks. Big right hand that seemed to shake up Oscar Escandon.
I'm sure the body work that Escandon has been doing has hurt my brother as well. I've seen a couple that would have hurt me. But like I said, you know, my brother's as tough as they come. I've sparred him many, many times, and there are times where I know I hurt him to the body, and he says back to me in his barely able to breathe, and he tells me that didn't hurt. And you know, that's the mentality that you have to have.
Left hook to the body by Figueroa. Final moments of this 9th round. We are headed towards the 10th and final round here in Ontario. That brings a close to round 9.
It's going to be an interesting 10th round.
And once again, we apologize for the poor language, the colorful language being used in between rounds. 10th and final round between Brandon Figueroa and Oscar Escandon. It would appear as if Figueroa has this fight in complete control.
He just has to be smart and keep being smart in there.
When you got that fire, you're going to fight no matter what.
Smart fight.
So Oscar Escandon, he's got to throw caution to the wind now, gentlemen, and really start to throw and land a haymaker if he can.
No.
Your father telling Oscar Escandon, come on, you got to throw, let's go, let's do this.
Yeah, he has to get the knockout.
Straight left,
go for broke.
Big punch by Brandon Figueroa.
I wish Brandon realized that left-handed stance isn't helping him at all.
Yeah, the one thing Oscar did is he had a left-handed sparring.
Yeah, so Oscar sometimes been doing a great job hitting him with that right hand.
I'm impressed though because Brandon's never been full 10 rounds and he hasn't really, his work rate hasn't lessened that much.
No, he's still having high volume rounds also, so.
Oh, and there's a shot, down goes Escandon! Oh my goodness, he's out! This one is over! As the heartbreaker broke Oscar Escandon! Oh my goodness! Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute 42 seconds of the 10th round for your winner by knockout and still undefeated, Brandon Heartbreaker Figueroa. So Brandon Figueroa victorious. He improves to 17-0 with 12 knockouts. Omar, I'm sure you're a proud big brother.
I am. He did his work. He got his rounds in, and he ended the night with a big shot.